don't you think that this fight is being one-sided? For example, Ebed Amina, who is also a pastor, in the past, he made similar kind of comments concerning some of these fathers of faith. And then nothing was done. Should we be expecting that there's going to be a petition coming up soon against Ebed Amina, or is it that his case is a different thing?
Oh, thank you so much for that question. Well, the fact remains that the Concerned Christian Youth Forum, this is something that a group of youth came together and decided to stand up to fight. So, to be truly honest with you, anybody who have reason to maliciously denigrate the faith, my message to them is, do not continue this merchandise, because we are coming for you. If you continue, we will come for you. To those who have previously done a video on men of God, say things they are not supposed to say, it's just simple. Our advice to you is, this is a general fight. This is not a one-sided fight. So if you continue, we will come for you. And the ones you have done before, we'll monitor it, look into it. Where it is injurious or malicious, something will be done about that. But we sincerely encourage each and every one of these people doing this thing to desist from it.
You're not speaking for me. I'm a Christian and you don't represent me. I don't know exactly who made you some kind of a court leader that has to come out and basically speak for Christians. You're not speaking for me. You're not Paul, or maybe Saul, right? Remember Saul, who went around persecuting Christians? You might be Saul, but you are the uneducated version of Saul. Between 2009 and 2021, 43,000 Christians were killed in Nigeria. Young man, where were you? This righteous indignation that you have, speaking to people as if to say, you have been called and given this God-given mandate to basically mess the life of individuals who are trying the best they can to be able to call out what is obviously, flawed teachings in the Christian faith, flawed practices in the Christian faith, and here you are talking. So let me get this straight. All right? A lawyer, a defender of justice, you're out here threatening to arrest Ebed Amina. For what? For speaking the truth? For exposing deception? For asking questions that make some religious businessmen uncomfortable? Let me tell you something, sir. You are an embarrassment to the legal profession. You are not upholding the law. You are prostituting it to serve the egos of men who are afraid of being exposed. You know what? Shame on you. Since when did asking for accountability becomes a crime? Since when did the law become a tool for religious dictatorship? If a man stands on the pulpit and fake miracles, scam the poor, and turn the church into a theater, should people just sit quietly because of this whole entire expression, touch not the anointing nonsense? What? What are you talking about? If those so-called miracles are real, then prove them. Call the doctors, bring medical records, show us evidence. But no. Instead of proving anything, you want to drag men to court simply because they are asking questions, simply because they are echoing this sentiment, asking for folks who are merchandising the gospel to stop deceiving people. That tells me everything I need to know. This isn't about God. This is all about money. This is a cartel. That's what this is. As a lawyer, you are, or you, should I even say it this way? You have become a corporate attack dog, right? That's what you have become. You have become a corporate attack dog because these churches are corporations. You have been sent to silence the truth. to protect fraudulent empires built on deception. If you had even a shred of integrity, you will be standing on the side of justice. You will be standing on the side of truth. You will be embracing transparency, not bullying people into silence. What are you doing? This is not about God, and you know it. Christianity is framed within the construct of Acts of the Apostle. That's the construct of Christianity. And if you were going to be able to look at Acts of the Apostle and see the amount of injustice, the amount of pain the apostles went through, even to the point of death, Paul himself, being a lawyer, basically never sued anyone, right? He never sued anyone. Yet he was taken to many trials just in defense of the Christian faith. And let me be clear. Nigeria is not a theocracy. We are not living in a religious police state where questioning pastors is illegal. This country has freedom of speech, and Dr. Ebed Damina has every right to speak the truth. He has every right to question what is it that he sees that is not true, whether it makes you and your paymasters uncomfortable or not. So if you think that you can weaponize the law to silence, critics and, people like me, hear me well, you will fail. And the reason why you will fail is because you cannot imprison truth. The world is watching. People are waking up. And the days of blind religious manipulations are numbered. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead. Try and arrest him. Try and turn the legal system into, your personal puppet. But understand this, that truth really cannot be jailed. Truth cannot be silenced. You might be able to delay it, but eventually the only thing that stands the test of time itself is truth. And when this whole charade collapses, when people finally realize who the real fraudsters are, your name will be written in the books of those who are, or those who will be absolutely disgraced, right alongside names of all of those to whom it is that you have this God-given mandate to protect. Let me say this to you. Paul's entire ministry was based on love. I'm talking about Paul of Acts of the Apostle, not the Paul that is paying you, or not the Pauls that you're protecting. I'm talking about Paul, Saul of Tarsus, Paul in Acts. These were men filled with love. These were men filled with purpose. They cared about people. And there was always having battles, theological battles, and trying to be able to understand truth. So let me help you a little bit on something that is deeply academic and educational as well. You cannot find the truth if you're not willing to be able to think. And you cannot think if you're not willing to be at the risk of offending others, because by virtue of you just thinking, you will run the risk of basically making other people feel uncomfortable. So the notion that you have to be able to threaten to lock people up, of which you have actually, succeeded in doing, which is in antithesis to what Christianity stands, this in itself is quite disgraceful and is quite shameful. So let me say this to you. The reality is this. Paul had great debates with men like Peter. There were disagreements in Acts of the Apostle, all right, which I wonder if you've read any of that. There were great disagreements. If you look entire the whole entire Acts of the Apostle text, you'll discover that there were great disagreements, all right? And in those great disagreements, there was always this general consensus that there came about as a result of those disagreements. So debate, public discourse is absolutely important. Freedom of speech basically means we should be able to have public discourse and have debate in relationship to what is it that we're seeing and what we do not like. And if that to you is something that is a no-no, then I came to submit to you that what is it that you're defending is not Christianity. it should be something else. Maybe you want to call it something else, but don't say you're defending Christianity. I'm a Christian and you are not speaking for me. And there's a whole lot of us that you are not speaking for us. So please, I may eventually think about maybe suing you, if I should, for speaking for me unauthorized, because I'm a Christian. Who gave you the right to speak for me? Why don't you just say you are suing people who are speaking against people that you like? Who gave you the audacity to say you're going to speak for me? I'm a Christian. Who are you? Are you all right? On that, my friend, I rest my case. But trust me, this conversation is far from over.